This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, rape crisis has let 2 staff members go after Ministry of Social Development funding failed to arrive. Tourism in Queenstown is booming. Some employers can't secure Kiwi workers. And the University of Otago objecting to the sale of alcohol at night and day in North Dunedin. Good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. 2 staff members of the small team at Rape Crisis Dunedin have not had contracts renewed due to uncertainty with Ministry of Social Development funding. In a statement released to media, the long-running organisation says it's shutting its doors on Fridays. And staff members won't be available to take phone calls either.
Rape Crisis Dunedin has been working with the victims of sexual violence since around 1980. And the organisation's crisis phone line first went live in 1981. However, the Moray Place office is now needing to cut its services by closing on Fridays.
The reason that we've had to take these actions is because our contract ended on the 30th of June, so that was Friday last week, and unfortunately we just don't have the funds at the moment to be able to cover office staff on a Friday.
Rape Crisis Dunedin media liaison Anna Hoek-Sims says they attribute this to uncertainty in funding from the Ministry of Social Development. Do you think that the not receiving a contract is politically motivated because of your stance on not sharing information?
I would like to think that it's not politically motivated. We have been told that we will be receiving a letter shortly. It's meant to arrive this week, but we haven't yet got anything yet. The reason that we've had to take these actions is because our contract ended on the 30th of June, so that was Friday last week, and unfortunately we just don't have the funds at the moment to be able to cover office staff on a Friday.
The contract from MSD for July 2017 onwards has not yet been received, and the previous contract expired on the 30th of June, resulting in the loss of 2 jobs. The Ministry of Social Development was approached by The South Today for comment this morning. Rape Crisis Dunedin will only be open from Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. However, clients are still able to use the phone support line 24/7. Rape Crisis is among the organisations who are unhappy with the Ministry of Social Development demanding statistics that identify clients. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
A fatal car crash occurred on the main road of Wakawaiti just before midnight last night. Police say it was a single vehicle accident, with the deceased being the only occupant of the vehicle. The police and Serious Crash Unit are investigating the accident and blocked off part of the State Highway 1 with diversions in place at Gill Street and Victoria Street. Police also took the opportunity to remind motorists to drive with care on winter roads, especially on frosty mornings. While tourism in Queenstown is booming, some employers are finding New Zealand workers are nowhere to be found. A local bar and coffee owner, Max Perkins, says he advertised for a duty manager position for 3 weeks, offered higher than normal wages, and still did not get a single application from a New Zealander. Mina Amso reports.
You can be sure to find Queenstowner Max Perkins pouring beer at his local bar and cafe most nights of the week. Perkins owns and operates Perky's Bar and Coffee Shop on the steamer wharf, and he helps his father run $1 million cruise business. When he went looking for a New Zealander to fill a duty manager position recently, he simply could not find one.
It would be a very unique selling point in Queenstown if to have Kiwis and some of the Kiwi accent behind the bar.
But there ain't any.
I do hear it quite a bit, just with myself, behind the bar. People will say I'm the first Kiwi that they've come across behind the bar, which is quite interesting,
So, where are the New Zealanders?
There is a massive demand for workers, and New Zealanders just aren't filling that gap because we just don't have enough people. If there's people looking for work at the time and you have a job opening and it's opportune, that'd be great, but we do know that there's a lot less. There isn't, there's more people coming through compared to how many locals there are available to do the work. So that's why there's such a demand there.
So, when no New Zealanders offered to fill the job, Perkins decided to break the mould a little bit.
That I was putting the wage rate actually in the ad to entice people to pound, so people can, I don't know, actually, I'm hoping that that's a little bit more than they're paid in their current jobs, and I was hoping to maybe poach some people away from other bars.
But did that make a difference? Well, no.
Virtually none. But I had a lot of people, this was certainly in the first week, on the second week I had a lot of people that did turn up who were not suitable whatsoever. Either they lacked experience in hospitality in general, they lacked manager certificates, they lacked just what I would just call the common sense aspect, which is incredibly important when it comes to boats in general, especially at bars.
3 weeks later, Perkins managed to hire one staff member, though not a New Zealander. He reckons New Zealanders consider Queenstown a difficult place to live. The Kiwi lifestyle combine a sky-high rent and living costs. A typical duty manager's rate in Queenstown is around $16 to $18 per hour, but even paying $23 per hour did not work for Perkins.
This place has a single staff member, and if that one staff member is not the best that they could be, then the whole business suffers.
If finding employees in Queenstown is difficult now, it could even be more difficult from August 14th. That's when new migration laws come into effect that will restrict the amount of time skilled migrants can stay in Queenstown. I'll be back next week trying to get to the bottom of what the new laws will mean for tourist resorts like Queenstown and business owners like Max Perkins. Nina Anso, The South Today.
A stoosh between a Waihemo landowner and Downer has caused the Waitaki District Council to hold back routine gravelling on rural roads in the area and rethink its gravel supply strategy. A quarry on private land, which was managed by Downer, has been used by the council's roading maintenance contractor, South Roads. But council roading manager Michael Voss says because of the dispute, the owner has been locked the contractor out of the quarry until the matter was resolved. A committee hearing was held at the Dunedin City Council to discuss the University of Otago's objection to the sale of alcohol at the Night and Day in North Dunedin. Also tabled for discussion was the definition of grocery stores versus convenience stores and information about the categorisation of products sold.
Currently, Night and Day in North Dunedin is licensed to sell alcohol. They are looking for a renewal of that licence, but they're encountering roadblocks in the form of objections from the University of Otago.
Some of the issues from Region Night and Day may not be to the same extent as supermarkets, but we still believe that we do have a responsibility to make what these outlets are actually allowing to occur within our student population to be made.
The university expressed concerns around the proliferation of outlets in certain areas of Dunedin licensed to sell alcohol between the hours of 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Karen Thompson, Director of Student Services, says Campus Watch has referred 41 inebriated students to the proctor so far this year, while 159 students have been admitted to the emergency department for intoxication.
So these are young people who have got to the stage where they're actually in such a state that they've had to be taken to hospital via ambulance and often have undergone various procedures to help them to recover.
There was some argument around the definitions of convenience stores, dairies and grocery stores, and discussion around Night and Day's primary revenue source.
So are you saying might be dairy or it might be convenience store, or is it one or the other?
I think the line between a dairy and a convenience store is blurred, but certainly the line between a convenience store and a grocery is not.
Medical Officer Keith Reid's concern was whether the application was supported by the required information to establish eligibility for a licence. Currently 5 stores classified as dairies are licensed to sell alcohol in Dunedin. Applicant Denise Lane told the committee there was no difference between these shops and her store. She said the photos licensing inspector Tony Mole presented were not a fair representation as they were taken of Night and Day's shelves before next delivery. Mole's conclusion was the shop is a convenience store and not a grocery store. The committee's decision is reserved. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
Still to come on the South today, the Gore Lions Club is hoping to raise more than $200,000, and science scholars at Balmecuen Intermediate get inventive.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
How about these? Stretch moleskins by Lee Ryder. 7 colours, 2 leg lengths, very comfortable, warm, extremely durable, and only $79.90.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoai Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
We're a 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
Silverhorn Active Manuka Honey from the natural Manuka forests of New Zealand. Buy one 250-gram pot for $34.90 and get a second pot for half price. Order online at silverhorn.co.nz.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Oakley's Bathroom Centre proudly brings you junior football from around Dunedin. Off the Bar, Saturday 7 p.m, Sunday 1 p.m, and Tuesday afternoon 3:30 p.m.
Welcome back. Snow or freezing rain is expected in inland Otago, Southland and Canterbury as a front is expected to move across the South Island overnight, Friday and Saturday morning. It is expected to bring some light snow or possibly freezing rain to some inland areas. Some snow is expected Saturday morning on the road above 700 metres. Freezing rain is also possible even below 700 metres. The Gore Host Lines is embarking on a project of epic proportions that are building 2 3-bedroom transportable houses. The organisation is building 2 houses in a fundraising project which aims to raise more than $200,000.
Gore Host Lions Club President Peter Goodyear says 8 or 9 of the club's 30 members are tradesmen, meaning the building of 2 houses is a very achievable goal. But they're still asking for help.
From here we're going to approach businesses to supply products for these units to be built. Our Gore Host Lions Club is quite builder orientated at the moment, so we've got a lot of talent there, but we will be calling on all the builders and tradesmen in the Gore area to help us out, so it'll be a real community project.
Goodyear says the KiwiCan program is a very positive and worthwhile scheme. 2 transportable houses are to be built on a section in Ardwick Street and will feature 3 bedrooms and a mezzanine storage area.
We hope to get it underway in the next fortnight, as soon as we get materials on site, and we hope to have it all over and done with in approximately 3 months. Then they'll be ready for auction.
He says the club is to approach real estate agents in the district to market the houses, with the goal of selling them for at least $120,000 each. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
Year 7 and Year 8 students at Balmecuen Intermediate have been hard at work on their science projects this term. Some students used a bit of number 8 wire to build things from scratch, while others took their inspiration from nature.
As preschool holiday treats go, this one takes the cake. In a room full of bright ideas, a mix of residents from old folks' homes and tech gurus arrived at Balmecuen Intermediate with the unenviable task of picking a winning idea from their annual Science and Technology Fair.
This is a more accelerated version of the regular beak test, so it wouldn't normally be this fast.
Their teacher says what gives these kids the edge in technology is, unlike other schools, participation in the science fair is mandatory.
They don't need to be the best looking, you know. They can, as long as they communicate their idea and have good science, then they can easily win the science fair.
These projects display a level of sophistication, from wrapping robots to working digestive systems.
So the student created this. At the moment it's got a feeding tube, and he was trying to work out the best feed for it and to make it more efficient and easier for him.
And some projects go back to nature. So what did you find out about how the bees responded?
So basically mine was about testing if bees could be attracted to pollinate flowers using a UV torch, and in my results it turned out they could be.
The winner will be announced next week. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, the Bannockburn Hall is going to get a serious makeover, and the weather, best you do your washing this weekend.
Channel 39 brings you a series of 45-minute documentaries looking at the future and the past. Wednesday nights at 7:30, repeating Friday nights at 8:30, only on Channel 39.
Loss of collagen is the reason for those fine lines and wrinkles. Silberhorn's Collagen Plus naturally supports your collagen levels, giving you younger, firmer looking skin, healthier, shinier hair and stronger nails. Joints, tendons, ligaments and cartilage all benefit from healthy collagen levels, the very foundation of structural health. Support collagen levels naturally with Collagen Plus by Silberhorn. Be quick, buy one now and get a second pack half price. Call now 0800 502 402.
How about these? Stretch moleskins by Lee Ryder. 7 colours, 2 leg lengths, very comfortable, warm, extremely durable and only $79.90.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489-2274.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product, and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
The University of Otago, New Zealand's only true collegiate university. For first-year students, the history, the expectations of excellence are...
Unfamiliar.
G'day, I'm next door.
Hi, next door. I'm Samantha Pascoe.
No, you're not. I'm Josh, Clyde, Science. And you are?
Sam, Hastings, Law and Arts.
Tane, Auckland, Commerce. Osaka, Greece, Classics. History.
EFTPOS, point of sale and cash registers. Rent, lease or buy. Mobile EFTPOS and fixed terminals. Short or long-term rentals. Contact Anything's POS today. 0274 361 474.
Autumn is here. Too late to sow grass seed, but never fear. Ready Lawn is here. Ready Lawn, your perfect all year round solution. Call Ready Lawn today.
Kiwi Country, an hour of country music from today and yesterday. Sunday 4 p.m, repeating Friday 10 p.m.
Welcome back. Renovations to the Bannockburn Coronation Hall are now close to completion. The South Today was there to look at progress.
The local Coronation Hall in Bannockburn is a step closer to coming back in use thanks to funding from the Otago Community Trust. A donation of more than $44,000 was approved to help the last stages of renovating the community hall. During renovations, it had become apparent that much more of the roof had to be replaced than first thought. Kerry Stanton Herbert of Bannockburn is ecstatic to receive the additional funding.
It wasn't really very serviceable. We had to put everything into big plastic boxes because we just had mice running rampant through the place. We couldn't get on top. I'd come in some days and there'd be a starling nesting inside. So it was nice now to have it sort of vermin-proof as well.
Otago Community Trust Chief Executive Barbara Brigida said she was pleased that the Trust was able to help complete the project. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. 2 staff members of the small team at Rape Crisis Dunedin have not had contracts renewed due to uncertainty with Ministry of Social Development funding. While tourism in Queenstown is booming, some employers are finding New Zealand workers tough to find, with a cafe owner having trouble attracting a duty manager. And a committee hearing was held at the Dunedin City Council to discuss the University of Otago's objection to the sale of alcohol at night and day in North Dunedin. And now we welcome the ODT. Welcome Craig Page.
Hi, how are you? Yeah, we've got a bumper edition tomorrow with Saturday's newspaper, of course, and we're leading off with an interesting story about the plans for a 5-star hotel in Dunedin, the one that's been talked about being built in Falul Street and behind the council chambers. It's due to be a consent hearing on July 31, and the planner's report has been released today, and it's declining consent, saying that the building's far too big for Dunedin, and for it to be approved for the city would need to lose five floors. Effectively about 15 metres in height. Real concerns about shading in the Octagon at the moment as well. Other businesses in the area are well concerned about the impact. The man behind the project, Tekapo businessman, he's initially said that it's either this plan or nothing, so there's going to be some interesting discussions over the next few months to see where that goes. Another interesting police story today where a 65-year-old man arrested for supplying alcohol to minors, effectively moonshine. This follows several young teenagers who were admitted to hospital in recent days in really bad condition. Police saying that some of them could have died if they didn't get help as quickly as they did. They executed a search warrant at this man's home, found a number of homebrewed beers and spirits, so we'll be keeping an eye on that as it progresses through the courts. A big sporting front as well this weekend with the Lions and the All Blacks. Of course, up in Auckland, the final Test match. Our sports editor Steve Hepburn's up there. He's been at all the press conferences today. Lots of nerves from both camps, so he's got plenty of reports in tomorrow's paper. And finally, Saturday isn't Saturday without the weekend mix. Plenty of good reading in that, including a piece on the Milford walking track. So, well worth a read.
Great. That's definitely something to look forward to. Thank you, Craig.
Thank you.
Okay, and today, now to the weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silverhorn Sportsval.
Starting with today's southern view, we have Dunedin viewed from Castle Street. Looking at the situation, it is to be mostly dry and fine for the weekend, but be warned that next week sees a change as a very cold air string bringing a biting wind with snow to low levels. To the southern outlook, cloudy with some showers and temperatures all under 10. Balclutha moderate southerlies and cloudy at 8 degrees. Catlins moderate northerlies and Lumsden and Gore moderate northerlies with a risk of showers and 9 degrees for both of you. To the central outlook, we have a mild winter's day and some rain for Te Anau. Alexandra, Queenstown and Wanaka all light winds with some cloud and 9 degrees. To the northern outlook, the northeasterly winds keep things cold, all single-figure temperatures. Oamaru, mainly northeasterly, some cloud and 8. Amarama light winds, some cloud and 8. Timaru is fine with light easterlies and 9. Twizel light winds, some cloud and also 9 degrees. Here in Dunedin tonight we have clear skies and a chilly 2 degrees. Tomorrow is cloudy with a few spots of rain in the morning, becoming sunnier in the afternoon with moderate northeasterly winds, a high of 8 and a low of 2. Long sunny spells occur on Sunday with a high of 8 and a low of 3, so this is your best day to get your washing done, as Monday sees snow showers developing. And in Invercargill tonight, it will be cloudy and frost-free with a low of 6. Tomorrow sees clouds clearing with sunny periods and moderate northwesterlies, a high of 11 and a low of 3. And on Sunday, cloud increasing with wintry showers, developing in preparation for Monday's sleet, hail and strong cold southwesterlies. And that's us for tonight. You can keep up to date with the latest Southern Region news on YouTube, Facebook and channel 39.co.nz. We will now leave you with some shots from the week that was from the South Tonight team. Good night.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.